Hey y'all, did I surprise you? Did I excite you? All right, welcome to Is Your Happiness Fake Shock? Is it excitement that is not sustainable? Is it a temporary feeling that you only get when you get an adrenaline rush? Or is it a sustained, peaceful state of gratitude and health and wealth and stability? That's what we're going to explore today. I love life. I love life as you love life. I honor your deepest creation in this life. And I encourage you to love yourself and be yourself for the highest good. Because it's an emergency to be boring. This is kind of like a continuation of boring Qigong. It's like boring is sometimes what helps you be happy because it gives you stability to do those mundane tasks of cleaning the dishes, of doing qigong. I know it's so boring to come to my class, but y'all did it anyway because you know how healthy it is to just do boring, you know, maintenance on your body because that brings you the stability of a good mental state, a good body state. It's healing for you to just regenerate, you know? Like when a worm becomes a butterfly, it gets into this gooey state of not something you want to bring home to someone you love. You want to bring them a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly. But actually, that state of becoming a butterfly is this icky, boring, not beautiful, just, this magical state, though. Like compost, like it's turning into something that's really beautiful and it's going to really lift your heart. But that lift is more temporary and shorter than the long state of being cocooned, than the very gradual state of growth that is more boring and time consuming. But it's the only thing that will get you those wings to fly. The daily practice, the daily routine, mundane, boring things are what helps you to get to that state of true uplift where you feel like you're flying, as opposed to temporary fly that causes you to crash and not feel like you've got sustained wind beneath your wings that can take you for eternity. So we want those eternal wings. We don't want the temporary wings that get squashed really easily because they're not true happiness, they're excitement. And there's nothing wrong with excitement versus shock. Like, shock is not a comfortable place to be, but a lot of times excitement can also be shock. There's nothing wrong with like exciting people that you love and getting them excited about things as long as you know that that's not where happiness lives. You're not going to make someone happy by exciting them and surprising them, and it's like a tickle. It's like you get a giggle out of them, but it puts them in kind of an uncomfortable state where they feel like they have to laugh. So take that in for a minute. Like, exciting someone and surprising them is like a tickle. It's like a forced giggle, and it's not that it's a bad feeling all the time, but if you don't have happiness and a happy sustained connection with them where they feel heard and seen and stable in your friendship, and that you're emotionally available to them, which is really what gives us all true happiness, is being comfortable just being ourselves and feeling our feelings around people in just boring ways, and feeling our gratitude, maybe feeling our connection to God if you believe in God, maybe turning off our ringers. Um, all that true happiness is a more permanent state, whereas the excitement is like a temporary thrill that is not gonna win someone's heart. You understand? So this does dive into like the F boy phenomenon and like the relationships that are fake and based on, how do I prove myself to this person instead of we're totally meant to be, like, because we both want this. We feel like it fulfills our path, that we have this like connection and it's love. It's not, we're better than you or whatever. So, anyway, notice your breath, notice your heartbeats. We'll keep on exploring this because we are exploring the state of happy today. And this is just a very powerful class because it has to do, we're going to do like heart and stomach stuff today. So I'll just go ahead and say my intention today. We always start with our intention, right? My name is Aviva, and my intention is to be here for all of you today and explore and regenerate, if we feel depleted in it, true, peaceful, filled with gratitude, filled with that state of inner beauty, happiness. And to release any toxic beliefs that say, I must be happy because of this. I must be happy because I have money. I must be happy because I have a beautiful partner. I must be happy because I have the best job in the world. Like, there's no rules to having to be happy because of what you look like or the physical things that you have. True happiness can be absolutely contained and maintained and achieved by the poorest people in the world, by the single people, by happiness does not require you to have these societal gains. Happiness is in your heart. It's a peaceful feeling that you are completely where you're supposed to be. You feel safe, you feel healthy, you feel stable, you feel expressed. Hey, Diane, I'm happy to have you in my life. And to just release any of those other toxic beliefs that not only you are trying to convince yourself is happiness, and you might feel guilty because you don't feel happiness, but also to release those feelings of thinking you being excited about certain material gains being happiness, because they are different definitions according to the Qigong philosophy. According to Chinese medicine, excitement is not happiness. There's nothing wrong with being excited about your amazing life, being excited about your beautiful partner, being excited about your money, being excited about your fame, being excited about your job. That's fine as long as you know that is not the same thing as happiness. And don't expect yourself to be happy from that excitement. You have to cultivate happiness in a different way. I think it's great that you're excited about your life. I think it's great that you have beautiful gifts that come into your life. A physical gift is different than your internal gift from God, and you must cultivate that to have true happiness. You must cultivate your true essence, your uniqueness, I feel, to have true happiness. And if you're just going to follow along and get everyone's approval because you fit in and they say that that's what happiness is, you might not really feel happiness. You might not. You might be feeling fear and shock and twisting that up in a beautiful bow and saying, I have a happy life. When you've compromised your partnership with someone because they have money that you want, because you've compromised that feeling in your soul of feeling true connection because you wanted to be with someone better looking than you. Because we all do these different compromises thinking that that's happiness, but we have to categorize and organize things honestly with our hearts and say, I don't know why I don't feel happy, but I don't. And that's what we're doing here. We're cultivating that happy feeling and exploring what that is. Gardening and putting your hands in manual labor, that is honestly some of my happiest moments. And we can use that as the very clear guide, as the very clear lesson that you don't have to garden, you don't have to build. You just have to know that when you put your personal beautiful touch into something, you are cultivating it, whether it's your own chi, whether it's your garden, whether it's your sculpture. That is you cultivating, and that is totally happiness. That's why raising children is so fulfilling for so many people, because you get to put your own nurturing, your own nourishment in this other human being or a pet. You know, putting your own unique nourishment into any creature really brings out your light and really can get you into that state of happiness and contentment. So that's my beautiful intention for today. Not to get too excited about it, but what are your intentions today? Jabri says his intention is to be here with you today on this beautiful, boring Qigong day and just to be happy. I'd like some attention to the wrists and my feet today, and I used a little magic gel. Being pain-free really helps us to feel happy and calm and content and able to share our light with the world. Any other intentions out there? About this book again. I do. I have a whole other bottle, which I think I'm going to have to use because I've gone through mine already. But you can order some in the link below if you're running out. When happy, the chi relaxes. Normal joy, as opposed to excited joy, definitely eases tension and stress. Excitement can stress you out more. When you have a big job to do, it's really exciting, but then you have to stress about all the little things that come together with it, don't you? Sometimes. Nevertheless, sudden excitement or excessive excitement stresses the heart's chi, making it sluggish and difficult to concentrate, and even causing the loss of one's mind. That's why people go crazy when they're rich sometimes. It's like they get all this money and they're like, they don't cultivate with it. They don't cultivate the gifts of God with it. They just go crazy into materialism sometimes. They literally lose their mind. So, our heart needs to be calm in order to be happy, truly happy, and relaxed. And I want to focus on the stomach today too, because that is the perfect opposite of relaxation. When your stomach is having issues, your chi knots up with the overthinking and the worrying. So the overthinking can be connected to the feeling guilty for not being happy. That's overthinking about being happy instead of just learning how to relax and be happy. So you can actually simplify it and say, literally de-stressing is cultivating happiness. Literally lying down on your hammock and doing nothing is cultivating happiness. It's actually the 30th of October. I wrote down November by mistake. All right, any other questions? So we're going to bounce back and forth throughout this class, the next hour, with exercises for our stomach and our heart. And we're going to have fun. And we're going to be boring. So you're welcome to, bring in those intentions as throughout class today, Hey, Outlaw. Hey, Ben. Thank you. That means so much to me. And I want you to feel better. See, that brings a feeling of happiness in me that I can help someone's life be better. Yay. All right. We're going to start with the heart chakra mudra. We're going to bounce back and forth to stomach and heart once again, bouncing back and forth to regenerating our heart chi to find relaxation. And as you do the heart regeneration, you also absolutely might be releasing those negative things as well. And then the stomach, the knots in the stomach, it's so clear and simplified in Chinese medicine that your knots in your stomach, that anxiety is literally stealing your happiness from you. It's literally attacking your heart. And what is connected to this anxiety? Yes, probably drinking beer. Um, what you put in your body. So the BioK or other kind of probiotics, you are literally de-stressing your stomach when you eat well, and therefore you're bringing happiness to every cell in your body. And that's why I call it little smiley faces, that you're basically having a spoonful of every single day that get to fill your body with that relaxed joy. So here we go. We're going to do the mudra for the heart. Index finger down to the bottom of the thumb. Thumb connects to the middle in the ring. Okay. So it's for your heart. Reach your arms up. And just lifting those rib cages away from that stomach is like flying above the possible knots that are trying to tie you down. Let there be space under your arms. Let your feet be shoulder width apart, and just let that heart fill up with so much regenerative chi so that you can feel happiness. And I would go as far as to say that happiness and love are synonyms in this situation. When you're happy, your chi relaxes. And I would say also, you feel love, you feel lovable, you feel loved, you feel the love all around you when you're truly happy. If you're just like have these material things, if you just have a lot of money and fame and you think that makes you happy, when it really, you got to think, you got to cultivate how that makes you happy. Why? It's not just because you have money and fame. It's because you might have more security now, right? But you also might have more responsibility. You might be more scared that you're going to lose it. What'll I do without it now? Will I ever find happiness again? You might not feel love all around you because you feel like, do I really deserve this? You might not feel love all around you because you might think, everyone wants my money now that I have money. I don't think that's love. Why? I don't think they love me anymore. I think they're jealous of me. And we all know, if we're connected to like native traditions, someone being jealous of you is very dangerous. It creates a separation instead of a connection. So how do we as a culture, create more of a connection so that we can feel love all around us and we can feel that happiness? I know it's complicated, but just keep cultivating your chi and keep on relaxing your chi and you'll start to get it, that happiness. Even if it's just for 2 hours a day, even just 5 minutes a day. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. You're the best. All right, we're going to put the hands together to do another stretch for the heart. I think this is called the fish in yoga. You're going to really lift those ribs up and then tilt in one direction and breathe. And the other direction. Good. Now we're going to go into the crane now for the heart. We're going to lift one knee up, bring the arms up, and then put the foot down and cross the wrists. Nice and slow, feeling that chi energy. And just gently allow yourself to smile. A relaxed smile. Lips are parted. Nice and easily, and it's just a gentle little like curve up of the lips because a stressed face is like Qigong definitely helped me find true happiness. I did a lot of fake smiling when I was a kid. I had a very gummy smile, which is really interesting. I was very embarrassed of like laughing and smiling when I was a kid because I felt like I looked like a horse or something. So I would always cover my mouth. And it's interesting that I think it's because I was forcing the smile. I think that it's just fascinating, isn't it? And I would notice that when I would really feel happier, I've instead of just forcing like a smile for the picture or having like an excited laugh, tickly smile, that I would feel like my smile was more beautiful. I think we all feel more beautiful when we're truly happy. And we can go to those times in our lives when we felt really beautiful and find out what was making us so happy during those times. Like what was so relaxing that our face relaxed it into this beauty for us, or our bodies just felt so beautiful because we were so relaxed and healthy and stable or something, or just doing really great things for our minds and our hearts and our bodies. So going to that time, Diane, when you were in the garden and just literally reliving that for at least 5 minutes a day and just bringing that into your heart and meditating on actually being in the garden and smelling what you smell and just going through that meditation until you feel that happiness again is so good for you every day to do that. I think about my Aunt Clary when I want to feel that true happiness because I felt my roots when I stayed with her in Israel. I felt a deep connection that filled me up with a peaceful joy down to my bones. It's good to just cultivate that essence and not settle for anything less, and trusting that your feelings are real when it comes to what feels so good, just feeling so good around certain people. Ooh. Oh, man. Notice the resistance to that heart opening up. Back tension, neck tension, and just slowly move through it. You might feel like you're almost getting a massage as you're doing this motion, and you're flying. Happiness is flying. I do a lot of adjustments when I do this, especially when I've been mixing plaster for hours, bending over. You can use your gifts wherever you are. Even if you're in an office and you're an artist, but you're doing this office work to pay your bills, you can calm yourself. You can resist the donuts. You can resist the sugar. You can be an example of happiness and peace for everyone around you just by what you choose to put in your body and just by how you choose to conduct yourself. Doing qigong in the break room, who knows? You got this. Exercise to cultivate your happiness. The crane. Taking this in like a massage, allowing it to manipulate the lymph energy and push that along, pushing out the toxins. Mm. We're going to reverse this. We're going to cross the wrists as you lift the knee. And then as you bring your feet into the ground, bend the knees a little bit and bring those wings out. Cross the knee, cross the wrist, lift and extend. So if you're new to Qigong, you might be asking yourself, my heart is in the center of my body. Why is this stretch feet like, what does that have to do with my heart? I'm moving my arms, my legs. Thanks for the thumbs up. Well, in Chinese philosophy, in Qigong philosophy, the meridians that feed your organs are usually in your arms and your legs. And the stretches that we do in this class are designed to actually activate those meridians and that flow so that they're clear, so that all the chi, the regenerative chi, can flow to that organ, the heart, and all the destructive chi can flow out through the channels. So there are meridian channels, and that's the philosophy behind acupuncture and acupressure, is that you have different spots on your body that are connected to these channels, these lines, these meridians that can sometimes get obstructed or they need to be stimulated in order for the energy to flow at the maximum potential. And the more you flow, the healthier that organ is. Now, the meridians of all the organs, some of them intercept and cross over each other. So at those points, it is possible and described in diagnosis that different organs can be attacking the other organs through the meridian crossovers and other things. So, we're going to be exploring in today's class how the stomach can be attacking the heart. The stress can be attacking the peace. Hey, Joe, what's going on? It's a very nice emoji assortment you have there. Notice your breath. Thanks for the thumbs up. Are you feeling that heart energy getting regenerated as you do this crane exercise? There's been too many heart attacks. And one of the most toxic things for the heart that contributes to heart attacks is absolutely sugar, because the sugar kills the stomach chi and knots up the stomach chi. And that absolutely energetically attacks the heart's peace. You can't feel peace. You can't have relaxed chi if the chi is knotted up. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'm feeling it too. Two more of these, please. You're welcome. to Qigong. Excellent, y'all. Take a moment and just admire your own energy. Let it move. Do a little wuji before we go into the stomach. Just marinate in the relaxed chi. So, relaxed chi is untied chi. It's feeling this floating energy all around you. So if you're able to do that Wuji Gong that we do on Mondays, if you're able to really feel that chi moving you, and you know you've achieved some chi relaxation, that is relaxed chi. If you can't feel relaxed chi, if you can't feel your chi is probably knotted up. Probably have stomach issues. And so we'll work with that. But if the more you can do this, feel that relaxed chi around you, because you have to have relaxed chi in order to regenerate. You have to have relaxed chi in order to receive more, because that's how you open the door. If your chi is knotted up, your doors are closed. You cannot receive that love, that good energy. It's just impossible. You have to be able to relax. Tension causes misery. Tension causes lack. Tension causes starvation in every single area. So, before we go into the stomach, I am going to take a moment and share with you the many ways you can donate to my class if you choose to. And it's totally optional. I don't want to scare you away, because I do believe this kind of stuff, this kind of knowledge helps me anyway to share it with you. Because honestly, it makes the whole world less stressful, and that makes me less stressful. And so it ultimately, if it was an economy of chi, I'm already getting benefits from teaching this class. I don't necessarily need money. And we all know in this world right now, we do need money for certain things, um, paying bills and whatnot. So I'm just going to share the different ways you can do that here. And I just appreciate so much anything you can give today, because backstory, I used to teach this class at the YMCA, and I did get paid by them about $25 a class. So my wish is that I get at least $25 a class, and that just helps me pay my bills. So if you want to be generous and even just giving $1, if there's 25 of you, oh, that would be awesome. And it's no pressure. So now we are going to go to the stomach. We are going to do first the mudra for the stomach. And we're going to put the index to the thumb and the ring to the thumb. Okay. If you notice that there's resistance in even doing this, that is a sign that, yeah, your stomach chi is knotted up. So just try and unknot that stomach. And notice your breath. Oh, and you can also just hit the money symbol that's on the bottom of the chat box and contribute through YouTube if you want. Notice where you feel knotted up because it might not be in your stomach. You might feel tension in your neck when you do this because, yeah, everything is connected. So just breathe through whatever area feels tense as you do this stomach mudra. So the reason why I don't teach at the Y anymore is because of the pandemic. If you missed that, they let a lot of people go. And I just, I love my students so much. I just told them, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to figure out how to stream on YouTube. I never had streamed before. I was so nervous. And we did it. Now we're here. Same amount of classes, twice a week. Although I was teaching dance too, and I really miss that. I need to dance more to relax my chi. Makes me happy. Get that breath in every cell of your body. Let's talk a little bit about knotted chi in the stomach. I know it's not fun to talk about this stuff, but as we're unknotting it with our energy, just ask yourself, is this pain I feel, is this tension I feel connected to possibly pretending I was happy at some point in my life and trying to convince myself and even believe that I was happy in order to be a good actress so that I can survive something? Did I feel bullied into believing I was happy? That's a question to ask yourself. Did all this time I define my own happiness based on the needs of someone else instead of my own, except my need to survive? Tainted my definition of what happiness was. Because, yes, I was happy that I survived, but that doesn't mean that I was happy during what happened, where that I had to survive through. You understand? Being happy that you didn't die when you were being traumatized does not mean that the trauma made you happy. Being grateful to be alive after having an accident does not mean that the accident made you happy. But being able to survive and getting through that accident or that trauma might have depended on you believing you were happy when you weren't. So, because you were scared for your life. And that could have twisted up and started things misfiring in you, thinking to yourself, I'll never be happy anyway, so I'll put that on the back burner, which causes the stomach to tie up. So, do you have those knots in there that are tying you up, saying you'll never be happy? It's impossible because you need to survive. And in order to survive, you have to believe that fear and shock are happiness instead of relaxation. And then you might be an adrenaline junkie. You might only have happiness when you have this exciting experience where you almost die, or you just need to be stimulated. And then you think you're happy, but you're really just stimulated, just excited. You're just experiencing shock and fear. It's not happiness. You have to cultivate happiness. You have to de stress to be happy. You have to relax. And then there's like the trigger where someone's like, just relax. Let me traumatize you. Again, that twists up the idea of what relaxation is. Relaxation is never forced. So never interpret me saying relax as like a bully thing. Like if you're not relaxed, you don't have to relax. You can be wherever you're at. You can be stressed. But if you can relax your chi and unknot your chi by your choice, because you feel safe, then you can cultivate more happiness. You don't have to relax if you're in a stressful situation. You don't have to relax if you have toxins around you. You can remove those toxins, and that's what's relaxing. You can remove those toxic relationships, and that is so relaxing. Okay, speaking of which, that is a whole other can of worms. Toxic relationships. You might think a relationship is making you happy because you are getting the excitement, but that is not the same thing as happiness. Being wined and dined and showered with gifts is nice, like surprising energy, but it's not nourishment. It's not daily nourishment. It's not emotional availability. It's not finding relaxation. It's not finding connection. It's fun, but it's not sustainable. It's not cultivate. It is cultivating happiness in a relationship setting if you all are, those are like little rituals you do for each other. But if you're just doing it and there's not a good foundation of why and what the intentions are, you know, it could be like a stalker sending you flowers every day. Is that a good feeling? No. Even though they're beautiful flowers, they're coming from someone who's scaring you and bullying you and shocking you. And not caring about whether or not you want a relationship or not. They're just pushing it on you. And that causes an imbalance. It causes you to stress out and not relax. It's not relaxing to not have a choice, to just be bammed over the head like a caveman, like you're mine. Relax those knots. Where do you find them? It's amazing how gifts from someone you deeply love feel so different. Learning is always good, Ben. Gifts with no strings are just so great. Gifts of appreciation are beautiful. Someone showing you that they appreciate you. But gifts that guilt you are not fun. Gifts that come with strings. And sometimes it's not clear what those strings are, but you can feel it. And so that can cause knots in your stomach. If it causes a knot in your stomach, if it causes you to think something's off here, then it's taking happiness away from you. I'm feeling such a good release. Y'all feel this stomach tension releasing. This is the Mudra if you're just popping on. All right, let's jump into the monkey energy. The monkey energy is so healing when your chi is knotted up. Think about what the monkey represents: curiosity. Curious energy, Curious George is really good at untying knots. That kind of curiosity, when you're curious, you're really good at puzzles. So that curious energy, constantly learning and not dumbing yourself down and being clever and even mischievous, unties knotted chi. That's what monkey energy does. And it's silly, and monkey energy is silly and like doesn't put up with stuff, tickles back, doesn't feel like the victim. So we're going to do some monkey energy and we're going to get those knots untied even more. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift that right heel up and we're going to step with the right foot and eat some monkey food, some regenerative chi. And we are going to throw out whatever we don't want from that chi, and we're going to digest whatever we do. And you're doing both with both hands in a way. So now your left heel is up, you step with the left foot, and your right heel comes up. You take that chi in and you bring it up, you bring it down, and you breathe it out. Whatever you don't need, that's kind of like the energy coming up. It's like you're breathing out the toxins, and then it's like you're pooping out whatever you don't need with the energy that you bring down. So you breathe in and out in both directions. Thank you. I really feel the shoulder tension unraveling. So, an example of getting roses that made me sad: when I was in college, I had a relationship, like I dated for a short time, this one guy named Jay, and I had a massive crush on this other guy named Jay. And we kind of hung out, but he didn't show as much interest as the first Jay, but then the first Jay didn't work out. It just wasn't We weren't completely compatible, and I guess he kind of liked me more than I liked him. And the second Jay, I liked him more than he liked me. And then there was a Jay that started stalking me. I mean, not in a scary, scary, scary way, but I was singing in college and we would travel around to different colleges in the singing group I was in. And he was someone from another college who just, developed this obsession with me. And I would talk to him on the phone and stuff, which probably was leading him on. But I was just like, hey, I'm not interested in a relationship. We could talk, we could be friends, whatever. And then he started sending me like crazy gifts. Like, I mean, not crazy, but I mean, beautiful. But it was out of line of him because he knew I wasn't romantically interested. And yes, it's confusing for guys because they want to woo a woman and do all that stuff. But I remember I got these dozen roses with a beautiful crystal vase. And I think he was a bit older than me too. I think I was like maybe a sophomore. Maybe I was even a freshman. And I was like, whoa, this is like a really big present. Like, first of all, which J is this? Like, the last name wasn't on it. So I went through all the emotions, like thinking it was the first J. I was like, that's really nice of him. Maybe I should give him another chance, because I obviously had a connection with him. I obviously did like him. Thinking it was the second J was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing. That that's amazing feeling. Like the guy that I have like a massive crush on just sent me roses, like Romeo and Juliet. Thinking it was the third guy who I had no interest in made me sad and angry and nauseous. So it's amazing how one gift can make you feel like all these different things. And it was so funny that I didn't know who gave it to me. And I went through all those emotions. Like I had no idea which Jay gave it to me. And there could have been a fourth mysterious Jay. But that was like a serious life lesson for me in understanding my happiness. Um, and understanding that a gift can never make you happy. It can make you excited or sad or scared or curious. But cultivating happiness comes from within. It doesn't come from gifts. Gifts are beautiful. And it's the intention behind the gifts that can fill you with happiness. Like if you feel like really appreciated by someone, that's a beautiful, happy feeling. If you feel really seen by someone, that's a beautiful, happy feeling. Keep untying these knots. Monkey energy. Yeah, that was a big lesson. You deserve to be loved and appreciated always. Whether you get gifts or not, you are still loved and appreciated by someone. Doesn't You don't have to get gifts by them. But they are nice expressions when they come from the heart. And it was nice. It was even nice of this guy who I had absolutely no attraction to get me those roses, but it made me mad too. It made me mad that he wasted his money on me, It made me mad that he wasn't listening to me. He wasn't listening. It made me mad that he did this thing that was like, on in my mind, only it would only be appropriate if it was my boyfriend or someone I was, hanging out with to do. It felt off. And so it caused the chi knots instead of the chi relaxation. Have any of you had experiences like that? Share your stories below. What has knotted up your chi? And of course, my reaction to that is it's not traumatic what happened, but it could be like how I reacted could be based on past traumas that I've experienced. Oh, I just saw that you said you wanted to get the gel from me, Jeffrey. Yeah, we can make that happen. And if not, you could just send me money for shipping and I can mail it to you. You can cash at me for the whole thing. Thank you, Jeffrey. Like I said, just taking the class is also beneficial for me. So just y'all being here, um, and Sharing the video and liking the video, commenting, all of that helps. I think the gel is $40. I might have to order it. It might have gone up in price. Um, and then shipping would be like 5 or 10, depending on if I have to pay shipping also for it to come to me. But you literally can just go to that link and buy it yourself, the one right here, like, and have it just shipped to you. Hold on, let me get that link for you. Um, Monkey energy. Do y'all feel like the knots are untying? And it's interesting to notice where you feel the tension. Like I feel a lot of tension in the back of my neck. So that might have something to do with me not expressing things. And the fact that it's in the back of my neck is like, okay, I might be really good at expressing things now, but I haven't expressed things in my past. I haven't really processed them. I remember these guys' reactions. Of course, I asked the ones that I wanted it to be first. And the crazy thing is, I was even scared of asking the one I had a crush on if he was the one that sent it because I was literally scared to even call him. I liked him so much. I was like scared that he would think I was a loser. Justin, what's up? So I asked the first one and he was like, "No, why would I do that?" Like as if like, you know, we were all broke musicians. We didn't have money to send flowers or whatever. And then the second one, I think he was like, "No." And then I was like, "Oh man, I guess it's the other one." So, chi, which can be spelled CHI or QI, it means essence. It means your essence. And it means, you know, every form of the essence. So when we talk about chi in this class, we're talking about the relaxed chi, the knotted chi, the rising chi, the descending chi, the scattered chi, the disoriented chi, the organized chi. And so gong, which is what this class is called, qigong, means studying something, both mentally and physically. So both by doing it and practicing it and feeling that chi, and then also through these discussions of, okay, the heart is what helps your happiness, the stomach is what helps you feel courageous and worry free. And that's where that chi lives. Um, so, what Tai means is moving the chi. So, in Qigong, we basically cultivate our chi and we study our chi. And in Tai Chi, you learn how to move it. And so, it's kind of done a little bit backwards in the United States, I think, where people just don't do Qigong before they do Tai Chi. And they just go through the motions and they learn these forms. And they might feel the Chi, but they might not. But the proper order is supposed to be really cultivating that Chi and feeling the Chi so that you're not just doing the movements of Tai Chi, which are usually some kind of like a martial arts form, which if you do them slow, it's still very beneficial for you. But you might not be like actually moving the chi like you see in martial arts movies where people are just like and then the person flies. I think that when you really cultivate the chi and you learn how to move it with those martial arts forms, it's a little bit different than what you see. It's still meditative and a beautiful practice, and it still is moving and moving with the chi. I just feel like I'm like I said this the other day in my other class, like I'm just like constantly feel like I'm studying. Like I feel like there's so much study before I become a Jedi. Thanks for the thumbs up. Unravel the chi, unravel it, unravel the stress, people. All right, we'll do monkey a little bit longer and then we're going to jump right into doing some stretching. We didn't do our toes Monday, so we're definitely going to do it today. What have you been stressing about that you might not need to stress about that hopefully this class can help you de stress from? I'm going to go to my talking points here and see if I missed anything as we finish up this monkey. Here are my questions for you. Have you ever traded your happiness for the approval of others? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Has anyone tried to define you as happy when you weren't? So, answering these questions, I believe, will help you untie the stressful knots of chi. Has anyone tried? Oh, I said that. Have you been seduced into a state of excitement and then later torn down? And are you stuck in a cycle of seeking excitement instead of true happiness because you believed the lie and it's all you've known? Okay, so this is like if you find yourself constantly victims of F boys, you might be counting your chickens before they hatch and they tell you what you want to hear and you don't wait around to see if it's the truth or not because you get so excited. So, like, you have to, and they say this in Buddhism too. I'm not saying don't feel your feelings, but you almost have to like not get excited because getting excited about something can be a manipulation tool for that person to get what they want by exciting you. It makes me think of my grandma because she was like the ultimate rock. She was way ahead of her time. She was like working before a lot of women were, and she just didn't give up. I would be like, "Grandma, you look so beautiful." This is my grandma Sylvia. And literally, she never got excited about it. She'd just be like, "I know." She wouldn't be like, "Thank you so much." She'd be like, "I know." Just be like, boring response, you know? Like, don't try to, like, not manipulatable. Not that I was trying to manipulate her, but I guess I was trying to make her smile. It's like, your flattery won't make me happy, little girl. Do you feel vulnerable or scared when you are excited? So it's really nice to get excited and feel really grounded also. Is that possible? Yeah. But is it also possible like that you feel fear and vulnerability when you're excited? Well, that means that you're probably your chi is knotted up and you might not be happy. You might need to cultivate your happiness in the moment so that you're not scared and feeling vulnerable. Do you feel vulnerable or scared when you're happy? That's a sign that you might believe you're happy when you're not. Your happiness might be like a little bit of a lie to yourself because happiness isn't fearful. Happiness isn't vulnerable. Okay, two more questions. Are you obsessed with surprising or shocking people to prove your love? So is a pattern like if someone does it to you and you want to convince yourself this is happiness, you might start doing it to other people thinking that you can make them happy. It's just a way that we share our love and then it's like an insecurity kind of thing. And the last question is, are you stuck in a cycle of proving your happiness? to other people. Like, look at me, like social media. Look how happy I am. Look at this relationship we're in. Let's pose. Let's be on a boat together. Ah, look, we're happy, everyone. It's like if you need that kind of stimulation and it gives you something and it's designed to do that, and we all fall into the trap sometimes. But are you able to feel the happiness without that, or did you get stuck in that loop of validation? All right, shake it out. Shake it, shake it, shake it. So I don't know which questions y'all are answering to. So if you can expand your comments on what you've experienced, that would be awesome if you want to share. We're going to stretch our hands just briefly, and then we're going to go to our feet. Stretch all the fingers back, and then the other direction. Now, if I get 25,000 views on all my Qigong videos, then I get my $25. So you can just share it and help me get the views. And definitely subscribe to my channel, please. And stretch. And behind you. All right, we're going to go to our feet now. Kitty cat slept on my grounding pillow here, so I'm going to do a quick swipe. Literally, she does not even shed that much. Like, she's the perfect kitty for me ever. Like, look, just like no hair. Maybe just like a little bit. All right. Massaging feet time. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction and then pull it away from the foot. Get a nice little massage. Tommy says, I bought a computer thinking it would be like an up-to-date encyclopedia, only to learn how full of lies the encyclopedia. Yeah. It's all someone's story. That's why I love studying Qi. It's hard to lie. Observing your own energy. It's just an observation. Rotate your whole ankle a few times in each direction. Exactly. Pull the toes back and rub the bottom of the feet. Oh, this feels too good. I don't know, Rockefeller? Okay, rub between your toes. And then find a point on the bottom of your foot that feels like a little bit like, ooh, tense. And that's a sign that there's a meridian point there that needs a little bit of opening. So hold that for 20 seconds. Press it hard. Not if it's too painful, though. Just the kind of pain, like a good pain, like a massage. 20 seconds. Okay, release. And tap up and down. Oh, that's perfect. So you'll be there, Jabri. That's so cool. And now under the knee, on the inside of the leg, find another meridian point there. Just kind of run your fingers till you feel like an ooh or something there. And hold that for 20 seconds. Another sign that you're faking your happiness is you feel very drained afterwards. Like you're not just chill and relaxed with your chi. You're actually like you're putting on a show. And so you'll need some kind of stimulation afterwards. If you're addicted to anything, you probably are faking your happiness around people regularly, whether it's at work or your relationships. All right, above the knee on the outside of the leg, hold a point for 20 seconds. So, how do you find your happiness if you're not happy? Well, getting into that qigong state, like literally is a form of happiness, like feeling that relaxation. Like if you can get yourself to relax, then you can get yourself to feel true happiness. And I think that's why, like around my Aunt Clary, I just was able to completely relax around her. She was not demanding of me at all. And that felt so good. What is happiness? Happiness isn't rushed. You don't have to, it's not a race. It's not like, let's see who can get there first. It's cultivated. Happiness is full of appreciation, like you feel so grateful in the moment, as opposed to feeling excited. You just feel so grateful. Happiness is peaceful. Happiness is content. Happiness is stable. Happiness is toxic free, so you don't have toxins to worry about. It's relaxing. If you can let go and you can relax around someone, they're making you pretty happy. Not that anyone can make us anything, right? But um, happiness is really feeling loved. Like there can be people that say, I love you, but you still don't feel the love. And there could be some people who don't say they love you, but you feel that they love you. Like you can just feel it. All right. Tap up and down and brush. Happiness is love. Rotate each toe a few times in each direction and pull the toe away from the foot, but not off the foot. And do this all in line. So I'm making these notes in the description of the video, so you can always see that as a reference. It's so funny that we have to define it. It's like, well, I know what happiness is. It's like, but do you? Because we fake our happiness so much. And rotate the whole ankle. I will even go as far as to say, okay, rub the bottom of your feet. That happiness is creating your own energy. If you can't create your own energy with qigong and your art and whatnot, I don't know if you can be happy because you're constantly gonna be needing to eat other people's energy. And that's why I think some rich and famous people are still miserable because they think money and fame is energy, but it's not. You still have to keep working and creating your energy. And they might try to buy it from other people, right? But anyway, where am I in the foot massage? All right, did we rub the bottom of our feet yet? All right, rub between your toes. Ooh. All right, find a point on the bottom of your foot. Hold that for 20 seconds. Good job. All right, tap, 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 tap. Find a point on the inside of your knee, a little bit below it. Hold that for 20 seconds. Multitasking. On the outside of the knee now, above it. That sounds fun, Tommy. Yeah, happiness is not eating toxin. It's a different kind of happiness, right? I'm doing my uh, qigong Bigu again. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Feels so good. My body feels so relaxed. All right. Tap, tap, tap. I might miss munching on my red hot chips, but I feel great. And I want to get rid of all these. Y'all, that is it for class today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you feel cultivated in your relaxation. Stay connected. And I love you too. And we're going to bow it out. We are going to thank all the lineage holders xoxoxo, and all of the teachers, xoxoxo. And we are going to spread our gratitude and compassion to everyone we love and care about in the whole entire world and our immediate surroundings. We're just going to put all of those good, relaxing chi vibrations of compassion and gratitude around us so that it may untie the knotted energy that is perhaps caging us in and not allowing us to feel free. Woohoo! All right. So, what else we got the rest of the week? We've got Botanical Gardens gig tomorrow in Atlanta that I'll be playing from 4 to 7:30. We've got Golden Drops Saturday 3 to 5. And if I get 2,500 subscribers by Sunday, I will go live, Sunday Night Live. In the meanwhile, you can find me on Sessions Live. Email me if you want the link to that. I just do that spontaneously. I'll probably do that tonight. And otherwise, I'll see you Monday, 11:30. Let me know if you have any requests for certain exercises, certain organs, certain feelings. And thanks for everything. Thanks for being you. Thanks for being unique and true to you.